Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Last Broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you've been keeping track, then you know we are 5 days into our journey. 5 days since everything changed. 5 days since the bombs dropped. 5 days since whatever it was happened. We still don't know what it was that happened. All we know is that it wasn't good. And as I make my way through the rubble-strewn streets of this once great American city, past the boarded-up windows and the abandoned cars, past the corpses lying face down in the dust, all I have for company is the battered old shortwave radio that I found on the second day. A lifeline to a world that may still be out there. A world before the silence. For most of today, the radio has been spitting out nothing but static. But about half an hour ago, something changed. The first transmission in days. At first, it was just a voice, a single voice cutting through the white noise. A man's voice. Asterisk, his words were slurred, his sentences rambling and disjointed. He kept repeating the same phrases over and over again, but I couldn't make out what they were. It sounded like he was reading from a teleprompter, but the connection was spotty. The transmission glitching and distorting. Just when I thought it might be some kind of coded message, the voice stopped. In its place, a new sound. Someone clearing their throat. Then a woman's voice. She sounded young, maybe 20 years old. Her hair was highlighted. You could tell even though you couldn't hear her. Words, good evening, and this is Channel 7 News at 6. Tonight's top story, a massive EMP blast rocked the nation just moments ago. The source of the blast is currently unknown. But authorities are confident it was a localized incident caused by a malfunction in one of the numerous underground nuclear testing facilities dotting the North American continent. While the blast did cause some surface-level damage in Salt Lake City and parts of Nevada, overall the damage was minimal and recovery efforts have already begun. We go now to our man on the ground, Rick, who is standing by at ground zero to get the full story. Then a pause. Static for a moment. Then the male voice again. That's a hell of a story, isn't it? It really makes you think, doesn't it? When it happened, I was just sitting on the couch watching TV with my wife and kids. Remember how it felt? The lights flickering, everyone running around like headless chickens. The look on my little Jimmy's face when the screen went dead? Oh God, I'd do anything to see that again. To see them again? It would be worth it if we had just one more day. It's just one more day. The voice broke off into a fit of coughing, then resumed quieter this time. I think I'm going crazy. Or maybe I already am. No one can hear me now. No one can hear us anymore. What's the point of talking? Who's out there listening? At this point, I should probably mention that I've got the headphones on. This thing is blasting right into my skull, and I can feel myself getting drawn into the monologue of this madman. But there's something compelling about his voice, something that makes me want to listen, makes me want to hear more. More than that, though. It's the hope that maybe I'm not alone. Maybe someone out there is listening. Maybe someone out there is out there. Then suddenly, the transmission changes. Now the room sounds different. There's a low hum in the background like a refrigerator or an air conditioner. Suddenly, the voice cuts off abruptly, replaced by the sound of a door opening and closing. Then a woman's voice, calm, collected, professional, the epitome of a soothing radio announcer. Good morning, folks. This is your host from KNX 1070 News Radio. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a beautiful day here in Los Angeles. Temperatures will reach into the mid-80s with plenty of sunshine on tap. Your commute should be a breeze as well. Freeways should be moving nicely this afternoon. Dodger fans will be happy to know that traffic should be light around Dodger Stadium as the boys in blue take on the Diamondbacks at 7. For those of you heading out to the game, allow me to extend on behalf of our entire staff here at News Radio a heartfelt Go Blue, asterisk. And to all the faithful UCLA Bruins fans out there, don't forget, this Saturday, September, the Bruins take on the Aggies of New Mexico State in the Rose Bowl. Kickoff is at 5 p.m., and if last year's contest is any indication, Traffic could be a bit dicey in and around Pasadena, so plan accordingly. As she continued on with the weather report, I made my way to the outskirts of town. It was then that I heard it. Behind me, carried on the wind, the faint wail of sirens. Could there be people out there? People who had survived? People who were looking for me? People who could hear me? We're still looking for survivors. That's right, folks. Medical teams are still out there searching for anyone who needs medical attention. Food, water, clothing, fuel, medicine, generators, tarps, anything that you need to survive, we've got you covered. We're still out there. We're still trying to restore order to this city. But most importantly, we're still looking for survivors. The woman's voice cuts off abruptly, replaced by the crackle of static. And for a brief moment, all I can hear is the sound of the wind whistling through the ruined buildings. Then a man's voice, this one older, deeper, his words slow and deliberate. What you're about to hear may be difficult to comprehend. Please try to remain calm. Do not panic. Listen carefully to these instructions. If you can hear me, if you can understand what I am saying, then you are the one we've been waiting for. You are the subject. The experiments have been conducted on animals, on plants. Now it's time for the final stage. It's time for human trials. Your body will be subjected to extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. Your heart rate will be monitored and regulated. Your breathing will be monitored and regulated. Your eyes will be monitored and regulated. If you do not comply, you will be terminated. Is that understood? Do you understand what you have to do? A beat of silence. Then a whispered voice. Yes. The old man's voice resumes. Very good. Now you must go to the rendezvous point. You will be met by one of our agents who will escort you to the facility. Once there, you will be hooked up to the machine and the experiments will begin. Do you understand? You understand what's going to happen to you? Yes, whispers the voice. The old man's voice cuts back in. Are you afraid? A beat of silence, then the whisper. No. The old man's voice drops to a conspiratorial tone. Good, because none of this will hurt you. None of it will hurt at all. Everything will be fine. You'll be fine. We'll make sure of it. After all, you are the future. A sudden crash. A blood-curdling scream. The sound of heavy footsteps. Then the old man's voice resuming its calm, collected tone. Apologies for the interruption. Subject 17, Delta 4, Beta 9. We have a situation here. Looks like one of them got loose. Sending security team to neutralize it. To be back to your regularly scheduled broadcast shortly. A beat of silence. Then the voice of a little girl, no more than 10 years old, cuts through the static. Mr. George, is that you? Mr. George, where are you? Mr. George, please come back. I'm scared. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I want to see Mommy. I want to see Daddy. I want to see Jimmy and Billy. Mr. George, please come back. Please come back. Mr. George, the girl's voice begins to fade away, becoming more and more distorted, until all that remains is the sound of the wind whistling through the ruins of the city. I stood there transfixed, my mind racing, my heart pounding in my chest. Was this real? Was I really not alone? Had I been found? Was it really over? I didn't want it to be over. I still had so many places to go, so many things to see, so many memories to make. But then the thought occurred to me, maybe that's what this is all about. Maybe that's why I was spared, so I could do this, so I could be the voice of the damned, the voice of the lost, the voice of the forgotten. Maybe I could be the voice of the future. To be continued.